At first, it may feel like a quiet moment passing by, nothing dramatic, nothing intentional, but something inside you is already responding, before thought, before logic, before explanation. That response is not imagination, it is recognition. As the weight of the day loosens, awareness shifts inward, the future fades into the distance. The past softens its grip. You are not trying to reach anywhere, only allowing space to appear. And in that space, an image forms naturally. You find yourself standing at the edge of a forest caught between light and shadow. Not fully day, not fully night. The sun has just slipped below the horizon, leaving behind long amber rays that filter through ancient trees. The air is cool, damp with the scent of earth, fallen leaves, and something older, something quiet. The forest feels attentive. Not watching you, sensing you, you move forward along a narrow path barely visible beneath your feet. The ground yields softly with each step. Towering trees rise on either side, their branches arching inward, forming a vast living canopy above. Time feels slower here. Silence feels present, not empty. And then, at the heart of this stillness, you see them. 3 owls perched on the same thick, ancient branch. Completely still. Unmoving, as if carved from the forest itself, yet unmistakably alive. Each one looks directly at you, not as an observer, but as if this meeting was expected. These are not ordinary birds. They are symbols, quiet reflections of inner wisdom. There is no need to choose quickly. No need to analyze. One owl will feel heavier than the others. More familiar, not because it is better, but because something in you already knows it. For now, allow your attention to settle where it naturally does. If your gaze was drawn first to the white owl, then something important is being revealed. Her feathers are pale and luminous, like untouched snow beneath a distant moon. Her face forms a perfect heart, framing dark, endless eyes. There is no emotion in her gaze, no warmth, no coldness, only clarity, precise, unwavering. She does not comfort, she does not provoke, she observes. This owl reflects a mind shaped by structure. You are someone who learned early that clarity meant safety, that understanding the world, breaking it into patterns, causes, and systems, was how you stayed grounded. Where others feel overwhelmed, you analyze. Where others react, you step back and assess. Chaos does not frighten you, confusion does. And so you learn to reduce life into what can be understood. Your strength is perception through logic. You see patterns others miss. You notice inconsistencies. You understand how things fit together beneath the surface. This makes you reliable, steady, and quietly powerful. When situations escalate, you remain composed. When emotions run high, you remain focused. People trust you, often more than they realize, because your presence brings order. In relationships, this shows up as stability. You are not dramatic. You do not express love through intensity or emotional display. You express it through action, through consistency, through solving problems before they grow. You show care by making life work, by planning, organizing, protecting, and thinking ahead. To those who understand you, this feels like safety, but every strength carries a shadow. Your mind is sharp, but it learned to distrust what cannot be measured. Emotions that feel unpredictable, situations without clear structure, vulnerability without explanation. You may appear calm and confident, yet feel uncertain when faced with raw emotion, especially your own. It is not that you lack feeling. It is that feeling once felt unsafe. You learn to stay in control because control meant stability, but control can quietly become distance from your emotions, from spontaneity, from warmth that cannot be planned. Your growth does not lie in abandoning logic, it lies in softening it, in allowing yourself to feel without needing to understand immediately, in accepting that some truths arrive without evidence, in trusting that not every decision needs a blueprint. When you allow emotion to exist beside reason, not beneath it, clarity deepens rather than disappears. Your mind is not meant to dominate your inner world. It is meant to support it. And if this description felt uncomfortably familiar, ask yourself why it stayed with you. The other two owls remain on the branch, silent, patient, unexplained for now, because this moment was about noticing the pattern that speaks first. In the next part, we will turn toward the other energies waiting beside it, and what happens when they begin to speak. The forest does not change as your awareness shifts. The air remains still. The branch remains steady. The white owl stays where she is, silent once more. Her clarity has already spoken, but she is not alone. She never was. On the same ancient branch, two other presences remain quiet, patient, waiting for their moment to be noticed. And now your attention begins to move. If the gray owl draws you in next, something restless within you is asking to be acknowledged. Her feathers blend shades of ash and mist, layered with intricate patterns that feel almost symbolic, as though meaning has been etched into them over time. Two small tufts rise from her head, alert, sensitive, tuned to things that cannot be seen directly. Her eyes are gold, bright, intense, alive with movement. There is energy in her stillness, as if ideas are constantly forming beneath the surface. This owl reflects a mind shaped by imagination. You are someone who experiences the world as possibility rather than certainty. Where others accept what is given, you instinctively ask what else could exist. Rules feel negotiable. Boundaries feel temporary. Reality to you is not fixed. It is something to be reshaped, reimagined, expanded. Your thoughts move quickly, often unpredictably, connecting ideas others would never think to combine. Your strength is vision. You see potential where others see limitation. You notice subtle connections, hidden patterns, unexplored paths. This makes you innovative, expressive, and often ahead of your time. People are drawn to you because you awaken something dormant in them: curiosity, inspiration, the sense that life could be more than repetition. In relationships, you bring movement, energy, a feeling of aliveness. With you, conversations wander into new territory. Experiences feel less routine, more meaningful. You don't just connect with people, you invite them into a wider inner world. One where imagination softens reality and wonder is allowed to exist. But imagination also has a shadow. Structure can feel suffocating to you. Routine drains your energy. Responsibilities that demand consistency may feel heavy, even meaningless at times. You generate ideas effortlessly, yet struggle to anchor them. Beginnings excite you. Continuation feels restrictive. You may find yourself living in possibility while postponing completion. Your mind moves forward before your body can follow. This does not mean you lack discipline. It means discipline was never taught to you as freedom. It was taught as confinement, and so you learn to escape instead of build. Your growth does not require shrinking your imagination. It requires grounding it, learning that structure does not erase creativity, it gives it form. That commitment does not imprison you, it allows your visions to become real. When imagination learns to stay, rather than flee, it transforms from inspiration into creation. The gray owl does not ask you to stop dreaming. She asks you to finish what you begin. And then there is the brown owl. She does not demand attention. She does not shimmer or provoke. Her presence is quiet, steady, familiar. Her feathers carry warm earth tones, the colors of bark, soil, autumn leaves. Her amber eyes hold depth rather than intensity, understanding rather than urgency. When you look at her, something softens inside you. This owl reflects a psyche shaped by feeling. You experience the world first through emotion, through intuition, through subtle internal signals that guide you long before logic appears. You sense the emotional climate of a room without effort. You understand people not through what they say, but through what they carry silently. This makes you deeply perceptive, compassionate, and quietly wise. Your strength is emotional intelligence. People feel safe around you. Sin accepted. With you, they can lower their defenses. You listen without trying to fix. You hold space without judgment. Your presence alone can calm chaos, simply because you understand without needing explanation. This is rare and deeply needed. In relationships, you are connection itself. You bond deeply. You care intensely. You remember details others forget. You feel others' pain as if it were your own. And because of this, people lean on you, often more than you realize. But the heart also carries weight. You may absorb emotions that are not yours. You may give more than you receive. You may stay too long in situations that drain you, because leaving feels like abandonment. Your kindness can quietly become self-neglect. Your empathy can turn into exhaustion. Your shadow is not weakness, it is overextension. You learned that being needed created connection, that giving ensured closeness. And somewhere along the way, your own needs became secondary. You may fear that if you stop caring so deeply, you will be left behind. Your growth lies in boundaries, not walls, boundaries. In learning that saying, no does not erase love, that protecting your energy does not make you selfish. That connection built on self-sacrifice eventually collapses. When you honor your limits, your compassion becomes sustainable rather than draining. The brown owl does not ask you to care less. She asks you to care wisely. And now, as you stand in the twilight forest, something becomes clear. The owl you noticed first does not define you entirely. It reveals what speaks the loudest right now. The white owl reflects clarity. The gray owl reflects vision. The brown owl reflects connection. But none of them exist in isolation. They remain on the same branch, because the truth is simple and often overlooked. You carry all three within you: mind, imagination, heart. At different moments in your life, one rises to protect you. One steps forward to guide you. One retreats into silence. But wholeness does not come from choosing one voice and silencing the others. It comes from integration, from knowing when to think, when to dream, and when to feel. Maturity is not dominance, it is balance. As the forest begins to fade, the owls remain with you, not as external guides, but as inner awareness. Wherever you go next, they go with you, quietly shaping how you perceive, connect, and choose. And if something in this journey stayed with you longer than expected, don't dismiss it. Awareness only becomes transformation when it is honored. If this reflection resonated, consider liking the video so it can reach others quietly searching too. You can comment with just one word: white, gray, or brown, the owl that felt most natural. And if this space feels like one where depth is respected, consider subscribing. Not for content, but for continuity. This was not about predicting who you are. It was about recognizing what is already alive within you. And that recognition is where real change begins.